Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. As Laura said, my name is Chris Skaggs. This is my wife, Amy, Jackson, and Livy, and Leighton completes our family of 5. And although she's physically not here with us today, she's absolutely the reason that my family is here today. We've had the absolute privilege and honor of playing a small part in this beautiful NICU Family Center that we're all going to see here in a little bit. If you don't know our story, I'll give you the abridged version because today is not about our history. Instead, it's the future here at Texas Health Plano for so many NICU families that will be blessed by this place. After many tests, fertility treatments, prayers, a failed domestic and a stalled international adoption, we were blessed to finally be pregnant in 2011. We knew with Amy's small size that we probably would spend some time in the NICU, but you are never fully prepared for what the NICU brings. Up to about the 20th week of pregnancy, it was pretty much textbook, absent some pretty severe morning sickness. At that time, Amy was told she needed to start taking it easy. And then the 22nd week of pregnancy, she needed to start really taking it easy and do at-home bed rest. And then on April 22nd, 2011, the day we reached viability, or 24 weeks gestation, Amy let me know that we needed to head to the hospital. We spent the next 5 full weeks in the high-risk OB unit on hospital bed rest. And after a few false alarms, the twins decided that they had had enough and they were ready to come into the world. Leighton Sophie Taylor and Jackson Cohen were born on May 26, 2011, and at only 28 weeks and 6 days gestation, they were tiny little fighters who amazed us and the hospital staff on so many levels. After 1 week, they were both off of their CPAP, and after 2 weeks, they were doing well enough to no longer need additional oxygen. Our world was rocked at 12:30 a.m. on June 16, 2011 with a phone call. Leighton had an unusually high fever for a preemie, and it was later diagnosed as late onset group B strep. The infection took over her body and she was with Jesus within 48 hours. Jackson would go on to spend a total of 74 days in the NICU, and after some ups and downs, we were finally able to bring him home on August 8, 2011, and Olivia, our rainbow baby, joined our family on November 25th, 2013, proving that after every storm, there is indeed a rainbow. When we officially formed Leighton's Gift 10 years ago, we set out to build a lasting legacy for Leighton and felt strongly that it should be at the home that she ever knew, right here at Texas Health Plano. After our first project was completed, the NICU webcams, we were looking for what was next. When we met with then-hospital president Josh Florin, I don't even think he got the request entirely out of his mouth before we enthusiastically said yes. Yes. The NICU Family Center will help alleviate the stress of the NICU and will be a blessing to so many families. Our mission at Leighton's Gift is to turn a tragedy into something positive, and it's our goal that the projects we choose to work on provide comfort, connection, and peace to NICU families. I thought as we looked forward to the future, we could take just a moment to look at these 3 words, comfort, connection, and peace, and see how from a NICU family's perspective, this family center will provide each. So comfort. When you're admitted to the NICU, whether it be for a few days or a few months, you're in an incredibly abnormal situation. You don't have the comfort of your own home, you're in a hospital. You crave normalcy in whatever form you can find it. We were lucky enough to have our parents pay for a hotel room for the first few weeks so that we could be close by. Not everyone is so lucky, and for stays as long as ours or even longer, a hotel doesn't make sense. During our time, we transitioned between rocking chairs and on our feet by the isolette during our touch time, and then we left. Of course, you could stay behind for as long as you wanted, but there was very little comfort to be had or privacy. We can't begin to tell you what kind of comfort NICU families will experience by being able to stay in the room with their little ones. Every one of the NICU Family Center amenities that Dr. Santiago talked about, we would have utilized every single one of them during our stay, and it would have helped bring a bit of normalcy and a sense of comfort to our stay. Connection. Amy and I have always said there's an unspoken bond between NICU parents. We just get it, we get each other. Our time in the NICU and our outcomes, while they can be different, the shared experience is the same. The NICU changes you, and we wear our NICU time as badges of honor. We made many friends that we're still in contact with today from our stay in the NICU. Your pod mates are your tribe, and you're connected in ways that no one else can understand. This new NICU Family Center will be able to foster this sense of connection even better. While Amy and I were walking through the space during a mid-construction tour, we couldn't help but imagine the conversations and connections that will occur between NICU families who get to experience the Family Center. We kind of looked at the family center as a little apartment complex. Each resident's room is their home away from home for however long their stay might be. As babies improve and go home, new residents will move in and a new community will be created, each family collecting with one another over and over again. And then finally, peace. Leaving your newborn in their most vulnerable condition with complete strangers is one of the hardest things you can do as a NICU parent. It's not how it's supposed to be. You know you can't be at the hospital 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Believe us, we tried, and many of the nurses sent us home. But the webcams were a first step in providing that peace to NICU families, a way for families to see their babies even when they can't be present. With the NICU Family Center, those families lucky enough to get to experience it don't ever have to leave. The new Family Center will provide not only peace to families who are visiting the hospital from out of town, but also to families with infants who spend several days or months in care. Families who are transitioning home and need additional care and training to care for their baby, and families who need privacy, such as ours, to spend time with their infants requiring end-of-life care. Prior to this NICU Family Center, there were 2 rooms for families who require privacy and/or overnight stays. Both of those rooms were originally designed almost a decade ago as bereavement rooms and didn't provide the level of space and comfort required by families who need multiple overnight stays. We utilized both of those rooms when we said goodbye to Leighton and when we also prepared to take Jackson home. In fact, those 2 rooms and those generous families who donated them are a big reason we chose to give back as well. We've said through this whole project, this is truly a full circle moment for us. To be inspired over a decade ago by 2 rooms and 2 families' generosity, to be now involved with the NICU Family Center, providing multiple rooms for multiple families that will benefit so many is incredible. We want to thank all the construction workers of Austin Industries, the planners who use their talents to make this a reality. We want to thank Texas Health Plano, Texas Health Resources, and Texas Health Resources Foundation for allowing us to be part of this special day. And on behalf of all the donors of Leighton's gift, we thank you for trusting our family and believing in our mission.